Utah's favorite son.
And today we have him live in our studio, American Idol finalist, David Archuleta.
He's going to answer your questions, he's going to sing you a song, and share a few of his favorite things.
And we are excited to bring it to you live today on Studio 5.
Right now, we're waking up a new day. So let it shine from all of your dreams to the simplest things. Like a new point of view or a moment with you. A walk in the sun, what you learn and who you love. We're making today a better day.
The winner by 12 million votes of American Idol 2008 is David Cook.
There it was, the season finale that had all of Las Vegas betting the odds. David Cook against David Archuleta in Season 7 of American Idol.
And even though it didn't work out maybe quite the way we had hoped, quite the way we had voted for it to work out, Utah fans, we can say, have not forgot their American Idol, David Archuleta.
Yeah, in fact, last week we asked people to send in some of their emails, and we have been inundated with hundreds of emails from all around the state and the country and the world.
Oh, it's been huge. It's been huge. It's been so big, in fact, that we actually have somewhat of an impromptu audience with us today. Excitement is a far understatement. We should probably explain because we don't usually have a live audience.
We don't normally, but when we announced that David Archuleta was coming on the show, it was amazing how many friends we suddenly had here at the show. You know, everyone was calling up and all that.
Were we excited to come, everybody? Yeah. Let's step down here a little bit. I see David Archuleta t-shirts. I see David Archuleta signs. I see lots of smiles. I even see goosebumps. And we have all ages. We have all ages in our audience today. In fact, how old are you?
7.
And why did you come to see David?
Because he is cute.
He's cute. Okay, we'll work it down here. Here's our sign that I was seeing. You brought your sign today for him to see, right?
Yes.
What do you like about David Archuleta?
He's a good singer.
He's a good singer, isn't he? And here are our t-shirt girls in the front row. I think they could be our cheering section right here, just by themselves. Okay, are we nervous? Are we excited? What are you guys thinking?
I'm just excited. I mean, David Archuleta. Great.
Are we ready for Darren? I don't know. Do you think they're ready? Are you ready for him to come out?
Yeah, really.
Is everybody, are you all ready? Are you all ready? I think they sound like they might be ready, Brooke. You think so?
I don't know. We're going to try that one more time. Are you ready for David Archuleta?
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is! Thank you.
Okay, look at this. Everybody. What do you think when you see a room full of people like this?
It's fun. It's fun to see everyone out here.
Well, David, have a seat over here. Have a seat. Have a seat.
We got to talk about last night. Last night was unbelievable. I was able to be there at the concert.
Oh, really?
And you could feel this excitement building and building all the way through. I got to tell you, Brooke, at the intermission, okay, they have this little commercial of you playing like Guitar Hero or something like that. and he pops up for like 3 seconds. And this is just a commercial in the intermission. And the crowd was like hysterical, screaming. So you can imagine how nuts they went when he finally came out on stage.
I mean, hometown. I know this has been the response nationwide. People love you. They love you. But hometown, being back here in Utah, what is that like for you?
It's been like the most just overwhelming performance so far for a tour. I mean, it's just so great to be back home and, you know, feel that, you know, energy from your home and all your family and friends and people who've just been supporting you since the beginning.
Can I ask you some questions? When you come home, are you sleeping at home in your own bed in your own house or not?
No.
See, you're coming home and you can't even really go home, though.
Not really. But that's okay. I still get to see people.
Have there been any hometown favorites, any, I don't know, restaurants, favorite snacks, hometown stuff that you've been able to enjoy?
I can't remember what I did. Oh, I went to Snow Oasis.
That'll do it. That'll do it. A lot of head nods in the audience. Yes, Snow Oasis. We like Snow Oasis. They're trying to connect with their dates right here is what they're trying to do.
Well, you're on the road. You're doing the tour here for a while, and you've been away for a long time, even doing the show, getting ready, all the rehearsals and all the weeks, and all this stuff. Do you take anything with you to remind you of Utah and of back home? Any mementos that you have with you?
I don't know. I guess, I don't know my scriptures. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not sure.
Let's talk about American Idol, because I think it was so obvious to everyone your talent and your ability to sing and to perform. But I think what I know I took away was just your character, your ability to stay humble. You really represented Utah so well. Was it hard to go out there and stay yourself and be yourself?
Not really. I mean, all you have to do is just, I guess once the nerves or whatever is going on go away, you just end up being yourself, because it's like you get used to it. So it's like, you know, this becomes like the normal environment. So you're who you are in your normal everyday kind of thing. So I guess nothing really new.
And you got to meet a lot of those people that we saw, the other contestants. And for a lot of us, we viewed David Cook as the arch nemesis. You know, he was the person that, you know, you were going up against. But did you actually really like him? Was he your friend?
Yeah, I mean, he's like my buddy. I always say he's like my big brother. I mean, he's an amazing guy. I mean, he always looked out for me and was always trying to help me out with whatever I was having a rough time with. And he's a great guy, and he's so talented. I mean, I really look up to him.
And let's talk tour. You guys have been traveling together for quite a while now. This is your 10th stop in the tour. Have you grown closer to people like David Cook, like the other finalists?
Everyone. I mean, we've already been together for the past 6 months, but
good point.
You know, we're still all really close and get along great.
Someone asked me a question. When you're on tour and you got all of you in the bus, when you're stopping to eat, do you like pull up at a McDonald's drive-thru, or what is that like for you? You know? And does the McDonald's window operator go nuts when he sees you coming through?
I haven't been to McDonald's for a while.
Okay. Just an oasis, you know?
Yeah. It was nice. No one was there when I went, so.
David, you shared your favorite piece of advice a while ago, a quote, and you said, "You'll never be lonely if you learn to befriend yourself and to be yourself's best friend." How has that made a difference in your life as you progress to this American Idol tour?
I mean, it's kind of like, you have to like yourself before you really, you know, you always have to like give yourself respect, or else it's kind of like you don't really give other people respect very much, because, you know, you have to kind of understand what it's like, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I get kind of sarcastic with the with the quote, but I think it's really important to treat yourself with respect too, because sometimes people can get down on themselves.
You know, we've had a lot of people email us questions. We let people say, hey, let us know whatever you want to know. So I've got a couple of questions for you, okay? You ready for this?
All right.
Okay.
He looks nervous.
Rachel from Logan wrote in and said, since you're here and they're all your buddies and you're here in your hometown, are you playing tour guide to people like Cook or Castro or any of your Idol friends? Are you showing them around the town?
I haven't really had time, to be honest. There hasn't really been time to, you know, take them around. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of time. I don't know. But I don't know, because, you know, there are 2 shows and press and meet and greets and all that stuff.
We're taking up his time right here.
Yeah,
we're part
I know.
of that.
You could be out with, like, you know, David Cook right now showing him some oasis.
We did get a handful of emails with this question, but one came from Elisa Jennings, and she asked, she's heard there's a story behind the name of your fish, and she writes, why is your fish named Conditioner?
My fish? It's well, my fish, that's just kind of like a joke between me and my friends, really. It's just, you know, my friends just kind of came up with it. It's a weird, yeah. And I have a dog, too.
Named
Teddy.
Shampoo or something? Like a shampoo and conditioner?
No, its name's Teddy.
Okay, Teddy and conditioner.
Because when it has long hair, it looks like a teddy bear, but it got a haircut.
Okay.
It's a poodle.
And one quick question. Kelly Stuckey wants to know if you're going back to school this next year.
I don't know if I'll have time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to just, you know, I think I'm going to try and do homeschool or something like that. But, you know, it's just a matter of how busy things get, really. Because I don't know if I'll be able to be going to school every day, especially it'd be pretty weird going back now.
Going back
you know,
to
it kind of won't be the same.
Right.
But, yeah.
Just a little different, just a little bit. Quickly, what are the plans for the future then after the tour?
Well, I've been working on an album.
Which will come out when?
Hopefully by the end of this fall. That's what we're hoping for. But you know, it depends on how well things go and how smoothly, and it's a long, difficult process. I mean, it's a lot of work, but, you know, it's been exciting and great.
Well, exciting is the word of the day. I think we've got people on the edge of their seats, literally holding their breath. We're not done with David, don't you worry. Okay, coming up next on Studio 5, David's going to be back to sing for us, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
a song that a lot of people have been waiting for.
see how this goes. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. When you had lit without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough, yeah. Just knew too much. Oh, does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably, yeah. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. Well, think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Oh, bless your soul. Really think you're in control? Oh, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. Oh.
Okay. I said it during the commercial break. You could sing the ABCs, and I think they'd respond just like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
That was amazing. And really, I don't know if people realize at home, this was sort of like almost your dry run through, and you sing that well like that. That's amazing.
Oh, no, thanks. Well, yeah, I guess I got to practice yesterday too, but that's kind of it, actually.
And a lot of people get their inspiration from you. Who do you get your inspiration from musically? Who do you look up to?
Well, some people. Well, I actually really look up to my parents. They've actually helped me a lot through this. But some artists that I look up to are like Eva Cassidy, who's someone just amazing. If you guys haven't heard, just someone who's connects so well with her music lyrically and musically, is just someone who's really inspired me. And then there are a lot of artists like Bryan Adams and this guy named Kirk Franklin, and a lot of people.
A lot of people.
John Mayer.
List goes on.
Anyway.
You know, we've got a lot of people out here in the audience who want to ask you some questions. We've asked you a lot of questions, but we figured we should turn the microphone to over some of them. So they're going to come up here. Come on up. Who's this on the first one up on our question here?
You're
Kayla?
Michaela.
Michaela.
Michaela?
Okay,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from? They're like, no, they're going to want to touch your hand afterwards. So could you go, okay.
Don't wash the hand, okay?
Kayla, where are you from?
I'm from Highland, Utah.
Okay, and what is your question for David?
I know you're really humble, down to earth, and I was wondering, you're going to be making a lot of money, and I was wondering what the first thing you'll just have to splurge on.
The first splurge.
Can I tell you what it should be? It should be shoelaces. I don't know if you noticed this. David, you don't have any shoelaces.
That's how these shoes come.
Oh, okay,
it's the style that way.
I'm an old
They
fogey
actually don't even
guy.
need them.
I guarantee now a lot of people are going to be ditching the shoelaces just for that look. Seeing that shot right there.
They fit. They don't come off or anything.
They're there.
It's a craft segment we're going to do next week on how to hot glue your shoes together without using shoelaces. Okay.
And Kayla's like, back to my question, please. Okay, first splurge.
First splurge. I don't really like splurging. Actually, I kind of like to save it. You know, just in case. You never know when you need it. And you know, if I end up going to college, it'd be nice to have the money. Or you know, if I end up going on a mission or something, you never know. Or you know, just need to save it because you never know what will happen. But, you know, if I end up still doing music, I'll probably still save it.
He's a saver.
No. Yeah.
All right, Kayla, thank you so much.
you.
A couple other questions.
Probably
Come on up
food,
here.
I guess.
Food is
Thai
a good one,
food.
too.
You know what, Thai food? I'll spend some money on Thai food. So, but
Hi, what's your name?
Jana.
Jenna, and what is your question for David?
I'm wondering what your favorite song to perform is.
my favorite song to perform, you know, I've always loved to perform Angels. And
Did you hear people? Those are people who were at the concert last night who heard you perform Angel. As you're rising up out of the stage with the dry ice smoke and you start
people
singing.
haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some people haven't seen it.
Oh,
It was amazing.
Oh, she loved it.
Absolutely amazing.
She loved it.
Thank you.
That's one of your favorites.
Yeah, that, and also I love performing Albee. Albee's a fun one. I just love to. It's just a great song. And then, you know, one that's been really fun on tour is Stand By Me. Oh, or I don't. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this stuff. Anyway, well, Stand By Me is a fun one. I did it on the show. It's a lot of fun to say.
Okay, thank you so much. One more
I'm
quickly.
kind of tired. Sorry.
Now, why would you get in trouble? Because you're like giving out secrets of the concert?
Well, anyway, yeah.
Okay, not that I would know. Here,
Like, moving on. Come on over here. What's your name?
Stacy.
Stacy, and where are you from?
Provo.
Provo. What's your question for David?
I'm wondering what has been your most embarrassing moment on stage?
My most embarrassing moment on stage, well, forgetting the lyrics during We Can Work It Out was pretty embarrassing. You know, that caused a lot of attention. You know, I don't like things that cause too much attention, especially when they're embarrassing. But it was just kind of like, you know, you live, you learn. It happens all the time. You know, I guess, you know, just it's a fact of life that happened yesterday. So,
Just part of it, right?
yeah, you know. And no one's perfect, I guess, so.
It could be worse than forgetting lyrics. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
that's for sure.
You could trip and fall. You could have your fly undone or something. You could have all sorts of really embarrassing things.
Darren's
you
not
know?
speaking from experience.
Yeah, not that it's ever happened to me. You know, so.
Thank you so much. Good question. Good question. Well, have we had fun so far? That's the question.
That is just part one. We've had some questions. We've had a song. We've got another song coming up, and we're going to find out some other information about David.
Yeah, some things David loves, and of course, we want to emphasize he's back to sing one more time coming up on Studio 5, so stay with us.
Even your emotions had an echo and so much space.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Archuleta!
Too hard to see, we're in heaven, oh yeah. And I've been waiting for so long for something to arrive, for love to come along. And now our dreams are coming true through the good time and the bad. Standing there by you, oh, yeah. And baby, you're all that I and those of you who have already gone, hope you guys had a good time. All right. For the people out there, hope they have a good time too. Have whatever.